Non-Euclidean Geometry by Roberto Bonola. Chapter 2, The Forerunners of Non-Euclidean Geometry. Section 11, Gerlamo Saccheri, 1667 to 1733. The greater part of the work of Gerlamo Saccheri, Euclides ab omni naivo vindicates, sivi conatus geometricusquo stabileunt primo ipsa universae geometriae principia. Milan, 1733, is devoted to the proof of the fifth postulate. The distinctive feature of Saccheri's geometrical writing is to be found in his Logica Demonstrativa, Turin, 1697. It is simply a particular method of reasoning already used by Euclid, Book 9, Proposition 12, according to which, by assuming as hypothesis that the proposition which is to be proved is false, one is brought to the conclusion that it is true. Adopting this idea, the author takes as data the first 26 propositions of Euclid, and he assumes as a hypothesis that the fifth postulate is false. Among the consequences of his hypothesis, he seeks for some proposition which would entitle him to affirm the truth of the postulate itself. Before entering upon an exposition of Saccheri's work, we note that Euclid assumes implicitly that the straight line is infinite in the demonstration of Book 1:16. The exterior angle of a triangle is greater than either of the interior and opposite angles. Since his argument is practically based upon the existence of a segment which is double to a given segment. We shall deal later with the possibility of abandoning this hypothesis. At present, we note that Saccheri tacitly assumes it, since in the course of his work he uses the proposition of the exterior angle. Finally, we note that he also employs the postulate of Archimedes and the hypothesis of the continuity of the straight line to extend to all the figures of a given type, certain propositions admitted to be true only for a single figure of that type. Non-Euclidean Geometry, a critical and historical study of its development. This book was written by Roberto Bonola, professor in the University of Pavia. It was published by the Open Court Publishing Company, Chicago, 1912, and is now in the public domain. Read by Jim Renholt, with programming and illustrations by Jim Renholt, 2019. Thank you for listening.